Welcome to What's Working in Video. My name is Kathleen Selmans. I'm your host. I am the CEO and co-founder of Amplified Now, a content marketing agency for experts who want to get out of their own way when it comes to content marketing. Today, I have with me Maxine. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yes, sure. Hi, Kathleen. Lovely to be here. I'm Maxine Clancy. I am a transformational relationship and divorce coach, and my company is Maxine Clancy Coaching.
Tell me what the impact has been on video in your business. How do you use video in your business?
I use video in my business, well, a number of different ways. From a marketing point of view, I'll use Facebook Lives, Instagram, that type of thing. But mainly I use video in my business for my online courses. So I've created a number of different courses and I use that to teach people what they need to learn.
And so is your as a coach, is your primary mode of delivering information through a course? Or are you doing this are you doing coaching through Zoom as well?
Yes, so I've been coaching online for a long time, about the last 5 years. Predominantly all my work has been online. And I use obviously the video Zoom for that. But yeah, pre-recorded content I use for a number of things for my online courses, but also to record stuff, send it to clients, and obviously to record sessions so clients can listen to their own recordings if they choose to.
Yeah, I think that's useful. Even when I like to record my stuff, even when I don't go back to it, when I think I don't think I'll take notes on this one, but then there's always going to be something that I want to go back to. I think video is really helpful for that.
That happens quite frequently. Sometimes a client will say, there's coaching, there is gold in coaching, and you never know what is going to happen. And very often after a session with a client, I will think to myself, wow, that was amazing. Let me go back, listen, and take snapshots of it and use that in my marketing. So it's actually quite helpful from that point of view as well.
That is great. Yeah. So when you have said something that you go back and think yeah, I said something good, because you don't want to, you don't end up recording somebody else, right? For privacy or whatever, but.
Yeah. No, I mean, you take the snapshot or you take the idea about what you were actually talking about. And I use that in order to, create content for marketing or for content for courses as well.
Tell me about your courses. Sounds like you have a lot.
So I have a couple. Two of them are divorce centered. So one's called the Divorce Detox, which is a healing program for men and women, but predominantly women seem to buy it, to heal their broken hearts, to really help them to navigate that whole emotional, mental, spiritual process, and to get them to a place where they go, okay, I can find what's good about this. I can find out where I made my mistakes, where maybe I gave my power away, stuff like that, and really help them to evolve the patterns, the limited patterns that they've got in relationships, so they don't repeat them, which is so important. Then I have another one called Get Divorce Fit, which is working on your sort of stress, transforming stress in the body, physical stress, being able to move, etc. One is called Rise Up, Be Free, Be You, which is a transformational program for anyone that is looking to create change in their life. And I've recently launched the Radiant Women Academy, which has a number of different courses inside it. So I like video.
Yeah. There is something about video that helps people absorb something in a different way than reading something. Have you noticed that?
Do you know what's really interesting? I love reading. I actually love reading myself. If I'm learning content about, business and things like that, then I think it's really helpful to have a course and a video. And even you don't have to have face-to-face, your own person on the video. A lot of courses that I've purchased myself and that I make, there's, you do little snapshots of your own self, but you actually can screenshot things, a PowerPoint presentation and stuff, and learn that way. And yeah, it is a good way of learning. Yeah.
Yeah, I love reading, but for leisure. When I'm trying to learn something, right. I read something one time that may not actually even be true, but that if we write something down, we remember it better. And so, I find myself like pausing videos, writing it down in my own words so that I'm synthesizing the new knowledge.
Yeah.
I never go back to them. I have notebooks full of notes that I never look at. But I do think that I have synthesized things better when I'm rewriting somebody else's great stuff in my own words.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's something to do with the way the brain, your connections in your neural pathways in your brain, the way they connect and everything, that when you actually write something down, and as you say, write it in your own words, as opposed to what's just regurgitating what's been said, then it's actually going inwards, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I do love reading blog content. I was thinking about that last night as I was tired and I didn't want to watch any videos, but I wanted to click through stuff. I'm finding that the video only approach only goes so far for me. And so what we do in our business is when we work with people, because we work with people to get content out so that they don't have to outsource it, so that it's their voice, their message. We transcribe it and turn their 5 to 10 minute video into a blog post that people can read, which I think has been really helpful for people who do want to consume it via reading. And so like we don't just dump the transcript up, we like split it up, give people the white space and the headings and whatever. And I think that it helps the multi-channeled approach, so that it's written content on a blog, and then that can get pulled into different pieces of social media, because I do know that there's a person for every way to absorb some content.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know, and you've hit the nail on the head there, Kathleen, because often, I've been writing, so my course, The Divorce Detox, I've actually been writing the book. And probably what I should have done is just taken all the content. I've sort of taken I've taken the structure, but I've been rewriting it. And actually, it would make sense to just take some of those courses, have them transcribed, and break them down into a book, probably pad it out a little bit, and there you go, you got your book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So repurposing content in that way, and in the way where people can either listen to it, whether it's an audio book, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it makes you much more time efficient, doesn't it?
Totally. Yeah. And it gets you out of your own way. I think there's a lot to be said for the millions of pages of content around writer's block. It just gets you out of your way. People don't usually have talker's block, No,
that's true. Unless you're really, really shy.
Exactly. And even then you could talk to yourself, but maybe you don't. Like there are some people that don't talk very well, but the vast majority of people that are at least creating content online do a really good job of articulating what it is they're an expert in through language, through their voice, through their tone.
Yes. Yeah. So how do you do that then? Is it kind of automated? I'm being really nosy here. Is it like an automated service, or is it?
No, it feels automated to the client, because all they have to do. So we do this big old brainstorming session, and we come up with a bunch of ideas of what they could talk about. Because a lot of times people come to us being like, I don't even know what I should talk about. And then we have this big brainstorming session, and then they get a bunch of ideas, and then we schedule out times to record them. And we send them equipment and make it easier for them on that. And then we schedule out, 60 to 90 minutes. Usually at 60 minutes or at like the fourth video, they're done.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So we do, 3 or 4 videos at a time. And they look at that big brainstorming dump, and often like a couple things will pop out. And so we walk through that, and then they're done. So after they've done, so I talk them through, most of the people that come to us are speakers, and so they don't need the coaching on how to articulate something or how to tell a story or whatever. They do need like just a little bit of guidance and also accountability. If they're on with me, they're going to get it recorded. And then we have, it's not automated. We will upload it. We turn the transcript. That's automated to otter.ai. And then we have an editor who cuts out can I repeat that pieces to really make people look really polished. But we don't do any B-roll. It's mostly just like talking head video. It's something that helps them get out of their own way. And so then we take it, and our editor will cut it into the different aspect ratios that every platform needs, which is a little bit different for each platform. And then she'll pass it off to our blog content formatter, who will edit the transcript again, turn it into a blog post, add graphics, all the different graphics, you know, the YouTube thumbnail and all that.
Gotcha, yeah.
And then we have a proofreader who makes sure that that everything actually sounds good after everybody's looked at it for too long. And then it goes out onto the different social media networks. We use a bunch of different tools for that. For Instagram, there are a bunch of different scheduling tools to pull out their content. So one person, after the blog post is done, pulls out the gems. Like you said, in a coaching call, you say gems all the time. In a 5 to 10 minute video content, somebody's dropping like 3 or 4 like perfect Instagram quotes. Yeah. So we're pulling those out. We pull out short form and long form. We'll style them up for Instagram. For Twitter, you don't need them styled. It's fine to do plain text. And for LinkedIn, you can have quite a bit longer piece gem. And so then you end up with a whole bunch of different pieces of content out of this one 5 to 10 minute video. And so for the expert, they get to say, okay, I want to publish blog posts on Monday. And then we say, okay, well then we'll do YouTube and the blog post on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we're going on LinkedIn and then, so then they get to the point where somebody tells them like, man, that was a great video you put on LinkedIn. And they say, thank you. Which one? And they have to go back and look at it. So it's not super automated, but it is very hands-off for the client.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. Sounds great.
Yeah. So, okay.
Powerful way to use video.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's very much like say it once, sell it 10 times. So tell us, because we're going to link to this below on the YouTube channel and on the blog post. So tell us where we can find you. And if anybody's interested in learning more about you and your courses, where can we find you?
The best place to find me is on my website, MaxineClancy.com. And if you're going through divorce, then hit me up on Instagram, Divorce Detox Coach.
Great. Thank you so much, Maxine. And we'll catch up again.
Definitely.